Aloha, Martina Wing here, live from Kona, Hawaii. It's Wednesday, 11 a.m., talking about the manta rays, my favorite thing in the world, talking about these beautiful animals. And today I want to dive into not only just manta rays, no, I want to dive into the biggest manta ray we see here on the Kona Coast. Yes, there's quite a difference between it. And hi Tara, how are you doing? I have a surprise for you today, just wait. So anyway, we want to talk about a big manta ray, and her name is Big Bertha. So I want to show you some footage today of our beautiful female manta ray. And before I do that, I want to just say hi. Hi, Carrie. Tara giving me a shaka. I love this. Thanks for being here. Sorry I was not available last week. Hello from Seattle. Yes, Carrie, you are back in Seattle. But I know you're working really hard. I saw your Facebook post that you're working hard in the house. So I know you're coming back next April, so you're in my thoughts all the time. Alrighty, so if you are watching live, I think I can see already 4 people are live. Leave a comment. I want to know where everybody's coming from today. So Tara, I think you're in California or maybe on your way to Mexico. That would be cool to know. And Carrie is in Seattle. That's in Washington State. So whoever is going to come on, hopefully you get the message to put in the notes, put in the comments where you're from. But I'm going to remind you at the end again if you watch the replay. So let's, another thumbs up from Tara. I love it. So I will talk about Big Bertha. But before I dive in, I always like to give a little introduction where we live. And so for people that come for the first time, I live on the islands of Hawaii. Hey, Frank, happy Thanksgiving. I love it. So I live on the Big Island of Hawaii, and this is the Big Island. And then I live in the town of Kona, right here. And then for about 20 years, I dive and film and educate about the manta rays. I'm an advocate. I really in love with these creatures. And I'm talking usually about the 2 dive sites that we have here on the Kona Coast. It's the airport and the Keaho location. And this is where these manta rays show up on a very regular basis. And one of the manta that we featured today is Big Bertha, and she's a big female. And I try to make a point with my imagery here in a second. And to do that, I'm gonna just turn the camera around so you can see what's going on. Alrighty, let me push the button. Hold on. Here we go. This is a picture of Big Bertha, and and she's actually just holding her whole wingspan out there. And she's right underneath snorkelers, but you will see here in a second how big she is compared to other folks. Alrighty, so we see her. The manta ray was identified in 1992. Unfortunately, I don't know who identified her. That is not really clear. But for 25 years, she's swimming up and down the coast and impressing people. And I just want to mention, in 1992, nobody called her Bertha or Little Bertha. She was already Big Bertha at that point. So I think it's a really cool thing to know that she was a big female at that back then already. All right, she's a mature and reproductive manta ray. Lori Ann, hi from Alaska. Connie is watching too. I love it. Greeting Cozumel Saturday. Good for you, Lori. Cool. So Big Bertha is a mature and reproductive manta ray. I've seen her several times over the years being pregnant. I have some images of that too. Then the next slide is, size. Well, I think she's about 14 feet. And some people say 12 feet. There has been some measurements with laser technology done, but I was not involved, so I'm not really totally sure. You can make up your own mind in a second when you see the comparison to humans. But she's probably 12 to 14 feet. The next one is, consistent sightings since for 25 years. And what I mean with consistent sightings, in the years of 2009 to 14, we were at both dive sites every single night taking down which manta rays were coming. And when I talk about consistency, more than 50 times a year is considered consistent. But Big Bertha is more in the range of 200 times being seen at these dive sites. So yes, for 25 years, almost 100 to 200 times a year being seen along the coast. That's definitely, this is her home range. And she just shows up on a regular basis at the dive sites and feed on the plankton. So, and she's definitely one of Kona's favorite manta rays. I consider her a 747 flying into the dive site when she shows up. She's just so much bigger than the other manta rays. Mature males are 9 feet and the females are bigger. So yes, I'm going to always love to say that the girls are large and in charge in this species. And when you have a 14-foot manta ray flying in, it's just really, really impressive. All right, so how do we identify the manta ray? As you maybe already know, but these are the gill slits here on the underside. And this is the spot pattern that we compare. And on Big Bertha, we I look for the trident right here in the middle. And what you see here is also in colored, a little bit magnified. Then she has 3 dots right here. And then, of course, she has the Hawaiian island chain tattooed on her belly. But this is just a joke. It's not tattooed. We're not doing anything to the manta ray to get the markings. So this is just something, if you ever see her, this would be what you would be looking for. All right. All right. And then size comparison, I have 2 examples, Lee Ray and Big Bertha. Now, Big Bertha is a little bit closer to the camera, but you do see the size difference of these 2. And Lee Ray was maybe 6-7 feet at that point. Yeah. Yes, Frank, female power. I like it. Thank you. And then the next comparison is Big Bertha and Yana Ray. But again, Big Bertha is a little bit closer to the camera, but still, I think that's pretty impressive how small Yana is here at this point. Now, Yana, this is a few years ago when Yana was identified, I think 12, 13, something like that. Yana has grown up quite a bit, but Big Bertha has pretty much been the same size all the years I've been diving with her. All right, and then the next one, we have these beautiful arrows here, Big Bertha and Yana. And this is my surprise for Tara. Tara is my good friend, my virtual assistant. So this is Mike Kelly, this is Tara's husband. And this is a shot I got of him with a customer, I don't know, it must be at least 4 or 5 years ago. But if you think of how wide here the gill slits are apart, and we have 2 humans sitting apart from each other with an arm length. And I think this, I just love this picture so much. And this is definitely give you an idea how big Big Bertha is compared to humans. Kara, I'm going to send this picture to you. This is just so cool. I love this. All right, and then next I have another comparison with divers. Just to give you a wingspan, we wanted to see how the wingspan is from here to here, how many people really can sit underneath Big Bertha. I just think that's pretty wild. All right, so the next picture is pregnancy. I mentioned earlier that she is mature, and I've seen her. That's the first time I started diving with Big Bertha in 1998, but this is a picture that Jim took in 2002, and what you're looking for is the belly is really round. And obviously it's Big Bertha, I just explained, here's the arrow trident and here's the island chain of Hawaii. No snorkel, good job. Yeah, that's right, Frank. So she was pregnant in 2002, and then have another picture of her, that is 2011. And again, you can see how she's gliding over this scuba diver. She's almost 12, 13 months pregnant. I think that was 12 months. And this all goes into the category of that she's a big female compared to humans. And I just wanted to point out how that we have seen her several times over the years in pregnant. Alrighty. Wow, Facebook, 7 people I have live. I love it. So if you just dialed in, don't forget to put into the comment section where you're from, where you're dialing into. All right, what's the next picture? I forgot already what I put in there. Okay. Oh yeah, and then so we just wanted to introduce you to the animal, but I also have one video here where Big Bertha was injured this beginning of the year, but want to put out work, but she is healed up. But I want to show you a video where it also happens that she gets messed up by. Now check this out. She's injured right here. And the good news is I've only seen her once with bad injuries like this, and then she was some damage here. But again, the good news is she's totally healed up and she's fine, and it all came back together. Alrighty, so yeah, This is my stuff about Big Bertha today. I wanted to introduce her. I'm going to go back to my side. Alrighty. So I hope you enjoyed this a little bit. Big Bertha is just a big female, and she comes on a regular basis to the dive sites. Maybe one day you can, if you haven't done it yet, come over and see her. I would love to introduce you to these beautiful animals. And this is my Facebook Live today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, Tara, and who else was there? I already forgot. You guys, Tara was here, and Frank, and Connie, and New Zealand's Seattle was here, Miss Carey, and then Laska was here too. So you guys, thanks for joining me on Wednesdays, 11 o'clock every week, and I hope to see you next week again. I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving who is US based, and this is the biggest holiday tomorrow, and then the holiday season starts with it. And so love you all, love the mantas, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.